Hi, everybody, and welcome into the still unnamed Kent Summers, Catherine Fitzgerald, and Bob McManaman Cardinals preview show. Diving into the Cardinals versus Eagles, producer Brian asking the questions today. You'll see why shortly. Cardinals defense and the Philly defense both had outstanding games last week. What are each of you looking for this week from both of those units? And Bob, we'll start with you.
I'll start with the Philadelphia defensive front. The Eagles are second in the league in total sacks, and they're spreading it out amongst all their defensive tackles and defensive ends. And there's 5 of them who are in the top 50 in sacks, and that's bad news because it's going to force a lot of pressure on Kyler Murray. He's going to have to throw on the run. He might need extra protection with two tight end sets, jumbo sets, whatever it is, in order to get the run game and the passing game going. Somebody's going to have to do something special on offense to demagnify what Philly can do with its pass rush. And I'm not so confident the Cardinals can. I think they will get through this game, but I don't know how well they're going to do against that front.
Catherine, what do you think?
I think it'll be interesting to see what the Cardinals defense does after last week's performance against the Giants. Haason Reddick in particular had such a huge game, was so emotional after, and just what they do now. Kind of all season, we were wondering what they would do on defense, especially replacing all these injured guys. And they've found players to step up so far, but just continuing that another week.
And Kent?
Yeah, I don't think Haason Reddick gets 5 sacks again. Bold prediction there, but I think he's been a one-hit wonder, especially they're playing the Eagles. He's from New Jersey. That game will be shown back close to home. He mentioned that his relatives were able to see last week's game against the Giants. I think the Cardinals defense is going to dominate this matchup. The Eagles have even more injuries on the offensive line. They've got to make Jalen Hurts look like a rookie quarterback. I don't think he's at the point in his career where he's going to throw enough or be accurate enough to really hurt the Cardinals. I think that's where the Cardinals are going to have a big advantage in this game.
So let's talk about that Cardinals offense and what we look for, moving forward this week against the Eagles. Catherine, what do you think about Kyler and maybe running more this week? What do you expect from the Cardinals offense?
Yeah, particularly notable since Cliff Kingsbury said Wednesday that already he was saying Chase Edmonds would be a game time decision. Kenyon Drake comes on strong toward the end of games, but if Chase is out, they've got to still just figure out what they're doing with the run game and if Kyler will be more involved in particular. It seems to go well when he does. He sometimes downplays that. So just how they keep finding ways to get this offense involved more with Kyler, however that is.
Bob?
I think I like to see more Christian Kirk. I want to see more Dan Arnold get more snaps. I mean, he's getting touchdowns with a ridiculously small amount of on-field production. And when you're doing what he's doing the last 4 games, you got to play him twice as much. He's proven he can make catches. Christian Kirk's kind of disappeared. He's got to reemerge, and you can't forget about DeAndre Hopkins, or he'll sit and he'll sulk, and you don't want that. So he's going to have to get that ball out quick against that rush, and he's going to have to make some big plays. Those other 2 guys I mentioned at the start, they got to have a big game.
Kent, what do you think? What are you looking for from the Cardinals offense?
A continuation of what they did last week, other than, score touchdowns, more touchdowns when you're in the red zone. Don't start 0 for 3. I do like how they got the ball to Hopkins early and often in that game. I think they need to get Larry Fitzgerald going a little bit. He's had some good games over his 17 years against the Eagles. Yeah. It's kind of where they miss not having fans in the stands, I think, is Fitz at home, because, we all saw for 16 years, if they hit the doldrums and then all of a sudden got the ball to Fitz, he could just electrify that place. The fans got into it, and it really flipped a lot of games, and the Cardinals don't have that going for them. But I do think to move the chains, to move the ball, that short 6, 8, 10-yard catch that he can get you, I think they've got to work on getting him the ball in those situations.
All right, well, let's talk predictions. Cardinals, Eagles. Let's do a little season recap here. First off, the Cardinals are 7-6, and let's see how you 3 stack up. We'll go to the graphic here. In third place is Kent Summers at 4-9.
Whew,
4
I'm
and
surprised
9.
it's that. I'm surprised it's that good.
Second
You're off the
place.
show now.
I had a lot of injuries. this year.
Second place is Bob McManaman at 6 and 7, which means in
Heartbreaking.
first place, the person who absolutely detests the predictions more than anyone on the three
That's true.
panel here is Catherine, and she's 7 and 6 on the year.
Go
So-
team. Did it.
Now, Catherine, we force you to pick first. Cardinals, Eagles this weekend.
All right, I guess that's a fair trade-off. I think the Cardinals will win this one. I know the Eagles, I think they're still figuring out so much when you look at kind of what this whole season has been for them. And Cardinals coming off that game against the Giants, I think their defense will look good again. Just a question of whether or not it's the same magnitude. So I'll go Cardinals 24-17.
All right, Bob.
Look, Jalen Hurts is no Daniel Jones. Okay, he's not a hobbled guy who's a turnover machine. He's a young kid who can run. Ran for 106 yards in his opening start of his career. He's gonna be a big difference maker in this game. I think the Cardinals will win it, but it's going to be 30-27, nail biter.
And Kent, we'll let you copy either of their scores. I know we haven't allowed you to do that in the past, but we will allow you to copy scores if you like.
I do. Since I'm hopelessly behind with no chance of moving into first place, I won't just pick the opposite of Catherine. I'm going to go with the Cardinals too, and I think their offense is in much better shape than the Eagles' offense. I think they'll return to form a little bit when they at midseason when they had 5 games of 30 plus points. I'm going to go Cardinals. I'm going to go Cardinals 31-23.
All right, the game is on Sunday. Cards, Eagles, full coverage from Bob, Catherine, and Kent on azcentral.com.